Hey everyone, JJB here, welcoming you back to some more VGC18 Wi-Fi Battles. As you can see on the screen, we've got a new team for today. We're rocking out with Charizard X, Milotic, Tyranitar, Amoongus, Landorus and Naganadel. So let's hop right onto Battle Spot and see how we get on. The team's a pretty offensive team. The Charizard and the Tyranitar both have Dragon Dance. Landorus is the Z-move Lando that I've been using all the way through. I just really like it. Naganadel can obviously set up with Beast Boosts. Milotic's there for Icy Wind support, and the Amoongus is there for Spore and for Redirection. So we're kicking off against an opponent by the name of Vincent, who has got a Tapu Lele, a Zapdos, Kartana, Landorus, Charizard, and a Incineroar. So a fairly standard looking team. I really like our Naganadel here as a lead. It can KO the Zapdos and the Kartana really nicely. It's focus sashed as well, so that is always looking quite nice. And I think we're going to leave Milotic as well, just to try and put him off. He's got double Intimidator, so you know that gives a really good chance for Milotic to get his competitive boost. And then I want to bring our Landorus in the back for our own Intimidate support. He's got 3 physical attackers for definite in the Kartana, Landorus and Incineroar, and potentially Mega Charizard X, although it could also be Charizard Y, so you know if it's X the Intimidate's good, if not then never mind. And then to support these guys I think we're going to bring our Charizard in the back as well. It's a way up between either Charizard or Amoongus. Yeah, I think we'll go with Charizard. He's potentially got, he's got 2 fire types, so Amoongus is looking slightly weaker. And he's also got the Zapdos with Heat Wave, potentially, and the Tapu Lele with Psychic, so Amoongus not looking too great. T-Tar could have been quite nice. We could get away his son with Tyranitar's Sand. Or we could, that might be an option as well, but I think I'm fairly happy with the team selection we've got now. And he leads Lele Zapdos. So I'd anticipate potentially a Protect and Tailwind from our opponent. So I think what I'm going to do is go for my own Tailwind and go for an Icy Wind. Like I say, I'm anticipating him to not want his Lele to go down here, so either to protect it or to and try and get a Tailwind off with the Zapdos. So he does protect with Lele, so we were right to go for our own Tailwind. And that puts us in a position where we can go for the Sludge Bomb on the following turn. And the Zapdos does Tailwind as well. Okay, so we called this exactly right. If we land the Icy Wind on the Zapdos, which we do, we reduce the Zapdos speed, so now the Zapdos is... it's slow. Basically, it's had the speed drop. Of course, it's slow. So they could predict him to go out into his Kartana to take the Sludge Bomb. If he does, that's not horrible for us. And I think we're just going to go for another Icy Wind. There's no real reason not to. Zapdos can't KO Milotic. He's also about to go out into the Kartana. He does. Which again is fine. What happens here is the Kartana doesn't take any damage. Milotic won't die to a Thunderbolt. And the Icy Wind, if it connects, will break any sash on the Kartana. And also reduce its speed. Which is really good for us. So I think we'll just fire off a Flamethrower now into the Kartana slot. Of course it might just protect. And I'm going to go out into Landorus for Milotic to dodge any potential Thunderbolts. So potentially he's not brought out any Intimidators fearing the Milotic. So we get the Intimidate off on the Kartana, which is going to reduce its damage output, so that's reduced speed and reduced attack. And the Flamethrower from the Naganadel is just going to KO. No doubt about it. Nice. So the Kartana goes down. we get a beast boost, so Naganadel gets even stronger. And we just see a Roost from the opponent's Zapdos, which is fine. It's not really offering any offensive pressure too much at the moment. It might have Hidden Power Ice for the Landorus. And if it does, then that'll be a shame. So let's see what it wants to go into. He goes into his Charizard. Okay, well, what I want to do here then is Sludge Bomb the Zapdos and just fire off a big Rock Slide. It's super effective against both of those guys. Even if it's Mega Charizard X, it's still 2 times effective. And it is Charizard X. So Sludge Bomb goes off. It should bring the Zapdos down to about 50%, I'd guess. Yeah. And we see a Will-O-Wisp into the Landorus. It's frustrating. It does sort of neuter the Landorus a bit. But, you know, Rock Slide should still do some okay damage. We've got flinch potential on the Zapdos as well. And he goes for a Heat Wave, so he'll break the Sash on Naganadel. Okay, so I'm not feeling too bad here. Tailwind all disappears. So I think we can just Sludge Bomb the Charizard and go for another Rock Slide. The Rock Slide will KO Zapdos and prevent another Tailwind. And the Sludge Bomb should do big damage to the Charizard. So yeah, let's see what it wants to go for here. The Charizard goes for Protect. Okay, so we really need to bank on this Rock Slide connecting then, because if it dodges the Zapdos and it gets a Tailwind up, we might be in a bit of a tough spot. So please connect. It does connect, and even with the burn, that should be enough to KO. Yeah, nice. So that leaves our opponent with Tapu Lele and this Mega Charizard. So I think what I want to do now is protect with Naganadel and swap out Landorus into Milotic. If we sack on Milotic, then we can bring Landorus in to intimidate the Charizard, and then our Charizard can KO the opponent's Tapu Lele and then also potentially beat the Charizard if it's got the Intimidate on it. That's kind of what I'm thinking, or we could just go for some big damage. Yeah, let's protect and let's go out into Milotic. I think this is the best play. I was also toying with the idea of going for a Protect and Earthquake, but Landorus is burnt. I think it's Intimidate's its best utility at the moment. So we see a Flare Blitz into the Naganadel, which is obviously going to survive, and we see a Psychic into the Naganadel as well. Nice. Okay, so Tapu Lele can go for a Protect on this turn. So I think we need to target down the... Well, I don't think a Flare Blitz from the Charizard will KO, so I think we'll still target down the Tapu Lele and go for an Icy Wind just to ensure some speed control. So the Charizard does Protect. Does the Lele Protect as well? It doesn't. Okay, nice. So the Sludge Bomb comes off, should KO the Lele. Nice. And I think that's going to be GG there then. Yeah, we're getting the Beast Booster up to +2 now. Icy Wind's obviously not going to do anything, but on the following turn the Charizard isn't going to be able to KO four of our mons. So I think we're in a really nice spot there to just go for another Sludge Bomb and a... I guess we'll go Icy Wind. Yeah, the speed control is always going to be nice. Sludge Bomb is probably going to KO though. Yeah, nice. Alright. Excellent. So that's a fairly convincing win there for us. The opponent was fairly low rated, but I I mean, it was a fairly convincing win. We didn't lose a single one, and we seemed to have a dominant position all the way through. Made a couple of good calls throughout the game as well. So yeah, we're only about 10 minutes in, so we are going to fit in another battle for today. Once it comes through, so we don't need to save video. Let's continue battling. Yeah, and yes. And let's find some good music. What do we fancy today? I think we'll go for Mewtwo. I like that one. There we go, Mewtwo. Sweet. So yeah, hopefully we can find ourselves another opponent fairly quickly. And yeah, I think that sort of showed off the team fairly nicely, or at least the three mons that we saw. You know, the Landorus is the same Landorus I've been using all the way throughout, you know, for the last couple of weeks. Milotic's just there for sort of bulky support, and if it can get the competitive boost, it can become quite an offensive powerhouse as well, which is always nice. Naganadel's there for the Tailwind, and also just to get some big damage outputs off. It's really good against things like Tapu Lele, or any of the Tapus with its Sludge Bomb. Things like Kartana, it's got the Flamethrower for, so it's a really useful mon to have on the team. And it's taken quite a while to find an opponent. If it takes too long, I'll probably just cut and join you guys back with the battle. So yeah, let's do that. I'm going to cut here and I'll join you guys once I've found an opponent. Okay, hey guys, so we have found ourselves an opponent with what looks to be quite a strange team. They're rocking out with a Kartana, a Ninetales, a Whiscash, Hariyama, Gengar, and a Alolan Raticate. It's a very interesting team. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. I think we're going to lead with... I'm going to expect him to maybe lead with his Hariyama for Fake Out. And probably with his Ninetales as well for an Aurora Veil. So, considering that, I think I'm still going to lead with Naganadel. If we can get Tailwind up, that would be really nice. And Amoongus. See, I don't really like these niche teams. I'm not really sure what to expect. If we go with Amoongus, we can put stuff to sleep. We've got Giga Drain for the Whiscash, which is nice. We can wall the Kartana. If we bring Milotic, that gives us some bulk, and well, I definitely want Charizard. That's a definite. And Landorus for the Z move. Yeah, if we can get Tailwind up, then there's that. We'll outspeed the Ninetales. I'm not too sure about this. I always struggle against the teams that have kind of a bit more of a niche aspect, or not a niche. What's the word? Like a novelty value to them, and I consider like Alolan Raticate in VGC to be novelty. It's not something that I don't think I've ever seen used. So let's see, he kicks off with a Hariyama and a Whiscash. So I think we're fine to just go for a Tailwind and a Giga Drain into the Whiscash is fairly obvious, but I think we'll go for it anyway. The Hariyama's going to want to fake out something. He should fake out the Amoongus. He doesn't, he fakes out the Naganadel. And we see an Ice Beam presumably into the Naganadel as well. I don't think that will KO. Doesn't quite KO. And the Giga Drain is going to do a huge amount of damage to the Whiscash. Not quite enough to kill. And we see it's got a leftovers. Hariyama gets its burn off. Okay, a very strange turn of events. We can just go Sludge Bomb onto Whiscash and Rage Powder on Amoongus. No need. We can go. We'll go Tailwind with Naganadel just to make sure we get that up, and we'll go for the Rage Powder onto Amoongus. Yeah, so we see a feint. Frustrating. Okay, so Naganadel goes down, no Tailwind for us. We get a Rage Powder off. We'd have been much better off going for a Giga Drain there then. We'd be able to KO the Whiscash this turn. Ice Beam's going to do... I wouldn't expect a lot of damage. Yeah, not anything really. So the Hariyama has got Guts, so it's got quite a large damage output. So then we'll just go Landorus to get some Intimidates off. We can Z-move the Hariyama and then just Giga Drain the Whiscash. Although we might be better off going for an Earthquake. What else has he got on his team? He's got other stuff, okay. Has Amoongus got Protect? It has got... Okay, so we'll just Earthquake and Protect. If Hariyama's got Ice Punch, then fair play. But this EQ should KO the Whiscash at least. And do maybe 50% to the Hariyama. Yeah, it brings it down to about 50%. And we see a knockoff into Landorus. It has got the Z Crystal. It does get a crit, which is very frustrating. But no item, which lets me know that we do have the Z move. So what do we see as our opponent's second mon? Or third mon, I guess. Raticate, okay. I have no idea what that wants to do. Z-move the Hariyama. We don't even need to Z-move. I guess we'll just Z-move the Raticate and Giga Drain the Hariyama. Sure. Yeah, Giga Drain Hariyama. I guess I've got no idea what wants to happen here. Crunch doesn't KO. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. It did no damage at all. Are we seeing an in-game team? Is that all we think we're seeing? Are we seeing an in-game team maybe with no investment? Because the Whiscash didn't KO Naganadel. I guess it's possible. But this will KO the Raticate. We're going to see another knockoff into Amoongus. Which takes away our recovery, but that's sort of alright really. Giga Drain does bring the Hariyama into range where another Earthquake will KO. Or even a Rock Slide. So it all kind of depends on what our opponent's last mon is. Of course we've still got Charizard out in the back, which I'm feeling nice about. And it's the Kartana. That's good. So I think what we'll do is we'll go for an Earthquake and just a Giga Drain onto the Hariyama. I think he's going to want to feint the... Okay. I was expecting him to just feint the Landorus, but the Kartana did outspeed, so that's fair enough. And we see another knockoff into Amoongus. That's not going to do any damage. Giga Drain will KO. So on the next turn, we can just go for a Flare Blitz from Charizard and something like a Rage Powder, just to make sure that the Charizard survives. Let's see, Mega Evolve will Flare Blitz and just Rage Powder on this turn. So I don't think the Kartana, even with the attack boost, can KO Amoongus, especially if it's something, say if it's banded and it's locked into Leaf Blade. Amoongus quad resists. So let's see what it wants to go for. Night Slash into the Amoongus, this might KO. Oh, it's not affected by the Rage Powder, of course it's not. Of course it's not. but it's not focus sash or anything, so it dies. Alright, so that was a bit of a potential misplay from my part there. I forgot that with it being a grass type, it doesn't get affected by the Rage Powder, but it doesn't matter. We easily won that game as well, to be honest. That's a weird couple of games to play today. I think it's kind of what happens when you're at the low end of the ladder, because I don't know if you guys saw, but I reset the results for this team. So yeah, that's going to be the 2 battles for today, guys. Sorry that they were a bit strange, I guess. Some weird teams there, but yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment. You know, any future teams you'd like to see, anything you think I could have done better, anything I did well. If you want to leave me a compliment, that would be great. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.